It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new week. Give them that big smile. Hey, I'll be at a great day, right? Right. Hey, it's Monday, so one day down. Weekend is only 4 days away. I know weekend just ended, but it wasn't long enough, right? Wasn't long enough for me, wasn't long enough for you. Welcome. You are watching the live edition of the Geno Jones Show. Shout out to all my brand new subscribers. I am now less than 70 brand new subscribers away from being a YouTube partner. What does that mean? That means a brother is about less than 70, at least 70 new subscribers away from getting a check from YouTube, securing that bag. So help a brother out. Black-owned media, black media companies, support a black-owned business right here. And if you'd like to be a sponsor or advertise, just hit me up, leave me a message here on my YouTube channel or the Geno Jones Show Gmail address. Also, I'm on Twitter, Geno Jones on Twitter, Geno Jones Show on Instagram. Twitter's now X. Elon Musk just lost his damn mind. I really don't mess with him. I'll talk about that later. Also, Geno Jones Live, L-I-V-E. Live is all caps, or Geno Jones on Facebook. But my public figure page is Geno Jones Live. Live, all caps. Do that search on Facebook. All right, everybody. So I had a great weekend. I got to shout out my family that came down from Atlanta. Kenny and Cheryl Duncan, we had a great time. As a matter of fact, this weekend, a shout out to Jerome Hayward and the management, the ownership group, and the management staff at the Montague Room. It is a beautiful venue. So it's a restaurant that has live performance inside and outside here in the North Charleston area of the Charleston Metro. So you got Charleston, you got North Charleston, and then Somerville and Goose Creek and Mount Pleasant, amongst the corner, a whole lot. But this is in North Charleston, South Carolina, and it's a beautiful venue. So shout out to my man Jerome Hayward. I had a chance, and shout out to it was Beyond Mars, and a young lady named Madison. This young sister had just turned 20 on Friday, and she is incredible. She got an incredible voice. And the band Beyond Mars, they were fantastic. Some young brothers, awfully funky. I'm like, what y'all know about this? I mean, funky on the guitar, and I mean, Charlie Wilson, before he was Uncle Charlie, when he was the lead singer of the Gap Band with his two late brothers. And man, they did some Isley Brothers and just some Roy Ayers, Sunshine. I'm like, y'all were none of y'all born when that song, Roy Ayers, Everybody Loves the Sunshine. Now, I know Mary J. Blige sampled it to Do My Life, but them original beats from Roy Ayers back in, I think, like 1977, but they did a great job. And shout out Madison, you have an incredibly bright future, young lady, and your band Beyond Mars, they've got an incredible future. And shout out to Madison's mom and dad. I got a chance to meet both of them. Her mom was like a videographer, like a manager, and I met her dad. I forgot to think of dad. The name escapes me, but I think I remember Mark, so her dad had, as I like to call it, F around and find out kind of vibe. He was just laying back in the cut like, all right, now I know that's my baby. Yes, she fine, but that's my baby. Now y'all can F around and find out if you want to. You'll find out who Pops is if I have to check you. I said, you're a man after my own heart, brother, because that's exactly how I get them. They know. When it comes to my daughter's F around, and the F rhymes with duck. F around to find out if you want to. Okay, I can see Allie and Boogie are saying, oh my God, my dad, don't get him. And Damaris is like, oh Lord, can you just move on, Geno? Just move on, move on, move on, move on, move on. So, speaking of the weekend, and so Damaris went to see, her and some co-workers of hers went to see this Barbie movie. And it's like a phenomenon. As a matter of fact, it made $162 million over the weekend here in America alone, and made over $340 million. Probably I think over $350 million now, probably worldwide. So shout out to all the Barbie girls in the Barbie world, and shout out to Issa Rae, who is President Barbie. So basically, well, I'm not giving away the entire movie, but the premise is like the Barbie doll, the Barbie. So there's a Barbie world, and everything is Barbie, and all the other Barbies, like they had, so many different kind of Barbies, Malibu Barbie, and you had the black Barbies. The President Barbie was, like I said, Issa Rae, and then Barbie stepped into the real world. So there's a little conflict. It's like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. This Barbie world, we running things. We got it going on. But man, I stepped out of that Barbie world and y'all tripping. So I'm not going to tell you anything else. Listen, go see the movie. And I get it. Listen, just Barbie is like a phenomenon here in America. I mean, it's part of our culture. I'm telling you, trust me, I should have had stock in Mattel 30 some odd years ago, because I probably wouldn't be doing this show. I would do this show, but I might be retired, semi anyway, with all the money that I spent buying, the Barbie house, the Barbie camper, I bought the Barbie Porsche, everything Barbie, the Destiny's Child Barbies, Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and I think Michelle, they had, like when Destiny's Child was out, they had the Destiny's Child Barbie. They were out, and so I got those. So I done spent, Mattel got a lot of my money, and I need to get some of it back. So I don't know what the Mattel stock is going for now, and the dolls belong to Boogie and Allie. So those Barbie dolls, like that, those Destiny Child Barbies they're worth a lot of money now. Like in 20, 30 years, they're going to be worth a whole lot. So the original Barbie doll I read was, I think it was created in around 1959, something like that. And apparently, at an auction, the original doll sold for over $20,000. Damn, for a doll. Wow. I'm surprised they didn't go for more. And now, after this movie, that original Barbie doll is probably times 10, times 20 in value. So if somebody paid over $20,000, hell, somebody might pay $2 million for that original Barbie doll. So no, I didn't see it, but I'm happy the women in my family got to see the movie, and I hope the women in your family, the women that mean something to you, especially that grew up with all the Barbie, everything, the Barbie and Ken and all the accessories, and for all the brothers and sisters that spend a whole lot of money. Probably sent somebody that works for Mattel, send some kids to college. 4 years, paid tuition and room and board, paid in full, with all the money that we spent just buying every season. It was something, a new Barbie this. Like I said, from the big old house that was, Boogie had this gigantic house, and then I remember she had the camper, and then Allie got everything that Boogie got. And then she had the drop-top Porsche, Barbie Porsche. Oh, my God. It was unreal. So, and this movie Oppenheimer, which is about, so this guy named Oppenheimer was a scientist back around World War II in the late 30s, early 40s, who developed and built the atomic bomb that we dropped on Japan in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, because Japan was part of, they would kind of align with Hitler against the rest of the world, which is why it was called World War II. And then when, what was it? I think it was it Truman? It wasn't Roosevelt. I think it was Truman. I think it was Harry Truman. This basically had, because at the end of the day, the president had to sign off on it. So I believe it was President Harry Truman that said, oh, y'all going to drop them bombs. See, them Japanese is tripping over there in Japan. Especially after Pearl Harbor, it was a wrap. But unfortunately, you had millions of innocent Japanese people that were murdered. It was, I believe, hundreds of thousands. But later on, you had so many more who died as a result of radiation poisoning and cancer that they came down, who were children or who were living when the bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So there are probably several million Japanese that died from when those initial blasts that killed people immediately to all the people that came down with different forms of cancer that died, a few years or later on in their life, and they only developed those cancers because they were exposed to the radiation from those atomic bombs that we dropped as America. So that's just a fact. You can get mad if you want to. It is what it is. So none of us, there's nobody on this planet has clean hands. All right, we human, born to make mistakes. It was a song produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis by this kind of one-hit wonder group, Human League. I'm only human, born to make mistakes. So we've all made mistakes. There's no perfect person on this planet, never has been, never will. And if somebody tells you that they are perfect, their ass is lying. So they are proving to you right there you ain't perfect because you just told a lie. If you never told a lie, if you telling people or tell somebody that you're perfect, you just told your first lie. You're lying right there in real time. So I digest. So anyway, the movie Oppenheimer, it was about this scientist, American scientist, that built the atomic bombs, like I said, that we used to drop on the two Japanese cities in the early 1940s. So I've seen the documentaries, really compelling story. That movie made like $82.5 million. So it was a big weekend. They were calling like Barbenheimer. People would go see Barbie and then Oppenheimer. So I didn't go see either one, but I did see the documentaries. So I'll catch him on my Xfinity service. Shout out to Xfinity, because I'm one of their brand ambassadors. All right. So I want to, who I want to shout out right now? I want to shout out President Joe Biden. So he announced that 3 Emmett Till national monuments are going to be built in America. So you're going to have 3. One is going to be built in Chicago at the church where Emmett Till's mom held the funeral for her son when she had the open casket, and Jet Magazine took the picture because those racist murderers that killed the kid, they drug him behind, I believe, like a truck, and then after they mutilated his face and body, then they put this huge, I believe it was this giant cotton gin fan that was 75 pounds around his neck like an anchor, like a lead anchor. But this cotton gin fan was probably made out of steel metal, weighed 75 pounds. And they put it around his neck, and obviously he sunk along with this huge fan, cotton gin fan. He sunk to the bottom of the body of water. I don't know if it was a river, lake, somewhere in that area. I think it was a river. They retrieved his body. It was horribly mutilated. But his mom told the funeral home, no, don't try to fix him up. I want the world to see what these savages, what these animals, what these races, these evil, hateful, demonic people did to my baby. And I want the world to see the evil, just the pure evil, beyond demonic spirit that would cause anybody to do that to a child. So she allowed Jet Magazine to come in and take pictures, and I think Life Magazine, but I know Jet Magazine definitely took the pictures. And I think everybody else kind of just got the pictures from Jet Magazine. So the funeral was in a church in the Bronzeville neighborhood, a historically black neighborhood, actually a neighborhood where my mom, who's watching me live right now, lives in that neighborhood. As a matter of fact, one of the main streets through Bronzeville is Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. It used to be called South Parkway way back in the day. I think they changed it in the early 70s, I think, maybe the late 60s in Chicago. They changed South Parkway to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. So, and in parts of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive is actually a boulevard. And the other 2 locations are in Mississippi. the site where his body was retrieved from the body of water. I believe it was a river, some funny name river that starts with a T. And the second location in Mississippi, the third national monument location in America is going to be the courthouse, to where those murderers, those savage, demonic murderers, got off for murdering Emmett Till. So these are national monuments. So shout out to President Joe Biden. He announced that. So look, y'all can say what y'all want to say. And look, the Biden administration isn't paying me, but if they'd like to run campaign ads, you're more than welcome to holler at your man. So I ain't got a penny from the Biden administration, the Biden family, Hunter Biden, Dr. Jill Biden. Ain't no Biden gave me not a penny. And like if they want to do business with the show and my media company, they can, just like anybody else. But say what you will. So before you say, well, he ain't done nothing for black folks. Well, yeah, actually he's done a whole lot, not just for black folks, but for poor and working class folks. And I talked about it. Go back and binge watch some of the shows. I mean, the child tax credits that we would still be getting, had enough of us voted to make sure that President Biden didn't lose control of the House of Representatives, just being run by the MAGA cult. Those child tax credits would still be going on. People were getting $250, $300 a month in child tax credits, expanding Obamacare, health care. If he had his way, you would have like more paid family leave. You'd have free pre-K, a whole lot of stuff. Go back and binge watch. We talked about it. But, people are so quick to say, Joe Biden ain't done nothing. Yeah, he's old. Okay. Sometimes he might lose his balance. Some of y'all, young enough to be his grandkids, y'all lose you all's balance sometime, can't stand up or lose your balance. And some of you all, are not the greatest public speakers. He's very open about he was a stutterer. He was a stutterer as a child. And he still wrestles with it. So do a lot of other people. Some people watching me right now do. So stop tripping. And if it's not that, it's something that you got going on that you probably don't want folks to know about, that you might struggle with. We all have or do struggle with something because we're human. We're not perfect and born to make mistakes, all right? But your boy, soon to be going from Orange Hitler to Orange Jumpsuit Hitler. As a matter of fact, I like that. I just, off the dome. I didn't even write that one. I didn't write that joke. You're going from Orange to Orange Jumpsuit Hitler. From henceforth, his new nickname on this show is the Orange Jumpsuit Hitler. Damn sure wouldn't have done this or none of that. He's trying to threaten the Justice Department and prosecutors and trying to rile up his cult members to go out and be violent. All right, I'm just saying, look, F around to find out if you want to. Because this Justice Department is not playing. Your ass will be in jail like some of those folks that stormed the Capitol. Just talk to them behind bars. Let them call you collect and tell you if you really want to be in there, be a cellmate with them for doing some dumb shit that Orange Jumpsuit Hitler told you to do. Because Orange Jumpsuit Hitler ain't going to pay no bill for you. Not one. Nary a one, as my grandmother would say. Nary a one penny. You're going to be ass out on your own and ass in jail. So, just be smart. Not that y'all going to listen to me, but I'm just saying, talk to some of your other cult members that's behind bars and take their call. Since y'all think alike, y'all have the same cultish following, so let some of your cult members call you collect several times and run up your phone bill. We'll see how long that lasts. How long it'll be before you stop accepting those collect calls from the penitentiary, from one of the January 6th insurrectionist domestic terrorists. All right, I digress. But I just wanted to shout out President Biden and shout out happy heavenly birthday to Emmett Till. Happy birthday, brother Emmett. He would have been 82 on Sunday, which is, if you're watching me live, that would be yesterday. Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday today, July 24th. So I'm a big fan of A Different World, huge fan. There was a period I might have even enjoyed that more. I dug the Cosby Show because every black person in the 80s, because there wasn't that many black family shows, and you had a black doctor, Bill Cosby, Dr. Huxtable was a doctor, Claire Huxtable, Felicia Rashad, she was a lawyer. So a spinoff of The Cosby Show was A Different World. And on A Different World, you had a brother named Dwayne Wayne. That's right, Dwayne Wayne. I guess he was so nice they named him twice. 2 first names, Dwayne Wayne. Kadeem Hardison is his real name. As a matter of fact, Shantae Moore's ex, wasn't her ex, he is her ex-husband. At least one. I don't know how many she had, but I know about that one. Kadeem Hardison is 58 today. Speaking of exes, so the former Miss America, Vanessa Williams, one of her ex-husbands, Rick Fox. Shaq called him Pretty Ricky. Rick Fox, NBA champion, won those championships with the Lakers. I think he got at least 2. That was back to Shaq Kobe back in the early 2000. I think he was on the 2001 and the 2001-2002 team. He's an actor. Of course, you've seen him in a lot of movies. He's been in some Tyler Perry movies. So, Pretty Ricky, Rick Fox, 54 today. Karl Malone, Basketball Hall of Famer, 54. I ain't really a Karl Malone fan, but I just mention it for the record. And I could make a credible argument, even though Willie Mays is the greatest baseball player ever, full stop. And this guy would probably tell you that his godfather, Willie Mays, was the greatest baseball player ever. Greatest living baseball player. Willie Mays, like 90, I think he's like 91, 92. But I can make an argument, I can make a credible argument that the godson might have even been a little better than the godfather. Barry Bonds, and his dad was a great baseball player, Bobby Bonds. Barry Bonds, 7-time National League MVP, 762 career home runs, so he is the all-time home run champion. And I know a lot of folks are saying, "Not Geno, he ain't the real one. Hank Aaron is an asterisk because he took steroids." And all right, did you see him stick a needle in his ass? No. You can say, "Well, yeah, man, his head got real gigantic and his neck got big." Did you see him stick a needle in his ass? Because I didn't and you didn't. And the truth is, he wasn't the only one that was on the juice, as they say, or the clear and the cream. And there was a lot of pitchers, too. Some of your New York Yankees, don't get me started. All right? A lot of folks in the Hall of Fame had been accused. Alex Rodriguez, who I like. My man Big Papi. David Ortiz. They were allegations and with conversations of him allegedly using some performance enhancing. So be careful when you want to go down this rabbit hole, okay? We could paint a lot of folks with that brush. But he was a Hall of Famer, even without whatever performance enhancing drugs or lotions or creams or liquids or power shakes or whatever the hell he may have taken. He was still one of the greatest baseball players ever. 73 home runs in 2001. Now, full disclosure, I'm a huge Barry Bonds fan. Huge Barry Bonds fan. And one of the 2001 season probably was the second most exciting baseball season of my life. The most exciting was 2005 when my beloved Chicago White Sox won the World Series. But 2001 was must-see TV. And Barry Bonds was must-see TV. And I probably saw damn near at least out of the 73 home runs, probably 60 plus at least, I saw live, if not close to 70. And if not, I always saw the highlights. So Barry Bonds, the all-time single-season home run record. I don't want to hear about Aaron Judge. Just shush it. I ain't trying to hear that. The brother was bad. Barry Bonds turned 59 today. Happy birthday, Barry Bonds, and everybody. I believe the cancer's time to shine, I believe. Happy birthday to everybody. And if I'm wrong, Cancer, what's after? If you celebrate a birthday, whatever your sign is, happy birthday today. I'm a Taurus. What can I say? I'm a May Taurus, so we're all good. Shout out to everybody watching me live. And I had a lot of folks. Shout out to everybody. A lot of new subscribers that I met at the Montague Room. Actually, I was there all Friday and Saturday night, virtually all weekend. I didn't go Sunday. And I met a lot of people that became new subscribers. So I want to thank everybody that came out, everybody that said hi. Shout out to my number one fan, to my mother, my executive producer, my CEO, publicity and promotions, Mary, and my co-executive producer, my mom watching in Chicago. I love you, honey. I love you more than life itself, and I know you know that. And, of course, I will talk to you after the show like I always do. So, thanks, everybody. Programming note. This Thursday, we are working on getting Tamika Scott from the group Escape. She's got a single. Well, she's got a solo album. She's got some new music. So we're just going to have a conversation with Miss Tamika Scott and just talk about her new music and whatever, we're just going to have a conversation. And, whatever she wants to talk about, we're going to talk about it. So I'm excited for that. So that I'm still waiting on the confirmation email, but we are aiming to have Tamika Scott from Escape as our guest live Thursday show, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So thank you for letting me be a part of your life, as always. God bless each and every one of you and you and you and you and especially you. And God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live. This show is coming to you, if you're watching me right now, live, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And if you're watching me now and it's not live, it's all good. As the late Heavy D said, my man Dwight Myers, got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, mama. Yes, I do. And I want to say, like Frankie Beverly would say, I wanna thank you. I don't know why I'm singing and rhyming like Paul Simon. I don't know what's going on, but it's Monday. What can I say? And like I say, had a really, really chilled weekend. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be on Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. And I didn't get into it today, but listen, tomorrow, this madness in the state of Florida and these other states are going to try to do some copycat-ish, I can tell you now. With Governor Too Short, Ron DeSantis, Governor Death Wish, to try to lie and say, oh yeah, we did great with COVID. No, you didn't. You got a lot of people killed. But this, and then, so this Florida school board that he put together, handpicked, basically rewrote Black history to say, well, the enslaved people, they benefited from slavery because they learned and were taught trades like being a blacksmith. Hold on, dumbass. Hold on. Instead of DeSantis, D-dumbass. That these Europeans that came from England, the Irish that were poor working class, that they allowed to be like the overseers, that wasn't much better off than the black folks, and the others that were part of, the whites that were part of the slave trade, the chattel slave trade, they didn't teach our enslaved Africans a damn thing. One of the main reasons that our ancestors were stolen from West Africa because they had skills. Like they knew how to grow rice. So like rice didn't, people probably think, oh, rice comes from like Asia. No, rice comes from Africa, primarily West Africa. So all those West African countries, our enslaved ancestors, they knew. They were farmers. They were doing it over there, and they knew how to grow. They knew, because think about it, the Pilgrims came over here, and if it wasn't for the Indians that they raped, robbed, and pillaged, that whole first Thanksgiving, the Indians kept them damn settlers from freezing and starving to death. The whole story about Thanksgiving. And some thanks you gave to the Indians after they saved your ass from freezing and starving. What did you do? Kill them and put them on reservations and gave them blankets with smallpox? I digress. So, no. Governor Ron D. Dumbass. No. They didn't benefit from slavery because they were taught skills that could benefit them after they were free. They came here with the skills because y'all's dumbass ancestors didn't know how to do shit. Couldn't grow rice. Couldn't grow tobacco. We're too stupid to realize that the land, like in states like here, right here in South Carolina, where you would try to grow tobacco like on the same soil over and over and over, didn't realize that, you know, what our ancestors realized is that, you know, you had to kind of rotate that thing. Wherever you grew tobacco one season, you couldn't use that soil. You had to find some newer soil. And then you needed to know what to add with the soil to make the tobacco and the rice and all the other things grow, dumbass. DeSantis. So no, slavery didn't give our ancestors or teach them anything but oppression and horror, misery, murder, and rape, the dehumanization. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Let me get out of here. Shout out to Allie Jones. She is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check her out on Instagram. Fashion designer, future superstar fashion designer, fashion design major at my alma mater, Columbia College, Chicago. She's got the LX.NCL collection. It is a brand new collection of crocheted items for women and men. From swimsuits, so she's got two-piece crocheted swimsuits, ladies. She's got these beautiful crocheted handbags. She's got crocheted tops, crocheted bottoms, crocheted leggings, crocheted beanies for men and for women. Check her line out, LX.NCL_LO-. And for all these superstars, recording artists, or celebrities, whoever you are, you need a stylist, reach out to Allie Jones, LX.NCL_. And Bruce Gage, also wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show, the Mario Uomo collection. This suit I am wearing right now is from the Mario Uomo collection. So check him out on Instagram and the Flyball, the store, which is, he's one of the officially licensed vendors to carry the Negro Baseball League gear, the official Negro League baseball gear. Some beautiful gear. You got to check it out. Bruce Gage, but the Mario Uomo collection, as you can see, is special. Chef's kiss. So check Bruce Gage out. It's Miglio di Mario Uomo. Migliodi. Mariouomo. Migliodi. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show will be, like I said, Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, be blessed. Pray for peace. Now, go back and binge watch all my back episodes, and if you missed some of this, if you came in halfway through, go back and binge watch this episode, and then go back and make it a Geno Jones Show binge watch night. Ow!
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.